Welcome to our social studies lesson today. We are going to be talking about how to be a good friend, and I have a book to read to you today, and then we're going to talk about how the characters were good friends. So our book today is called Peanut Butter and Cupcake. Do those two normally go together? Do you normally eat a piece of peanut butter bread with a cupcake? Not normally. It's kind of an odd match, right? But we are going to go ahead and read this story and see how they become friends. This book was written by Terry Border. So here we go. Peanut Butter got a ball for his birthday. He was kind of bad at kicking it with his feet, but was kind of good at balancing on his head. Still, it wasn't much fun playing with the ball all by himself. Have you ever tried to play ball all by yourself? Is it very fun? So that's how Peanut Butter feels right now. Want to play with me? He asked his mom. They had just moved to town and Peanut Butter didn't have any friends yet. I think you should go outside and find someone to be your new friend, she answered. So let's review what we just learned about Peanut Butter. They just moved here. So if they just moved here, he doesn't have any friends yet, which is why he has no one to play ball with him. Peanut Butter liked that idea very much, so off he went. It wasn't long before he saw someone. Hello, I'm new here and I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, or even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down in your belly and we'll go together like peanut butter and hamburger. Does that sound right? Peanut butter and hamburger? It's an odd mixture too, huh? I'm sorry, said Hamburger, but I'm busy walking the dogs. Thanks for asking, though. You're welcome, said Peanut Butter. Maybe next time. And he kept walking. Then he saw Cupcake, playing by herself. He thought she looked sweet and might make a good friend. Hello, I'm new here and I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, or even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down in your belly, and we'll go together like peanut butter and Cupcake. I'm building sprinkle castles, said Cupcake. You can stay and watch, but don't hit my castle with your ball, or I'll be mad. Peanut Butter didn't want to make anyone mad. That's okay, Peanut Butter said, and he kept walking. So, real fast, we've met two new friends. Hamburger was busy, right? So he said they couldn't play right now, so he hasn't made a friend yet. But Hamburger did say he was sorry that he was busy. So he was still kind. Then we get to Cupcake, who's playing with her castle. And she offered to let him stay and watch her play, which is kind of nice. But what would have been the better thing for her to do? To let her play with him. That would have been the nicer thing to do, right? But she still did offer. She didn't just ignore him and walk away. Here we go. Here's another one. Then he saw Egg rolling down the path. Hello, I'm new here and I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, or even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down in your belly, and we'll go together like peanut butter and egg. Peanut butter and egg? That's funny. You're cracking me up, Egg laughed, and then he really did crack. Peanut Butter didn't want the egg to laugh anymore, so he kept walking. He found someone jumping. Hello, I'm new here and I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down in your belly, and we'll go together like peanut butter and meatball. 32, 33, 34. Shh! I'm counting my jumps, said Meatball. 35, 36, 37. I'm trying to set a record. Peanut Butter whispered back, but I have this ball and 38, 39, 40. Shh, said Meatball. Peanut Butter kept walking. Finding a friend was harder than he thought it was going to be. Was that very kind? No, he could have said that much nicer, couldn't he? Ooh, yummy. Then Peanut Butter saw another someone sitting under a tree, and that was good because he was ready to sit down too. Even though he was getting tired, he gave it another try. Hello, I'm new here and I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, or even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down in your belly, and we'll go together like peanut butter and French fries. Not right now, said French fries. I just remembered I'm supposed to help Hamburger with his hot dog buns. Or with his hot dogs, and I need to catch up. Does that make sense for peanut butter and French fry to go together? Not really. But French fry and hamburger makes sense, doesn't it? And French fry and hot dogs. So, he said that he can't play right now because he has to go help someone else. Let's see if Peanut Butter meets anybody new. He's having a really hard time making friends today, isn't he? Peanut Butter walked up to one more someone who was practicing his ABCs. But before he could open his mouth, Soup picked up a spoon, dipped it into himself, and then showed it to Peanut Butter. In the spoon were two letters, an N and an O. What does that spell? No. He didn't even let Peanut Butter talk. Wow. Is that being empathetic? No, it's not being empathetic at all. But I didn't say anything yet, said Peanut Butter. You didn't have to, said Soup. Oh, said Peanut Butter. Peanut Butter found a bench to sit on. He was almost ready to give up, but as he sat there so very sad, a new kid walked up to him. Who do you think's gonna walk up to him? Oh, it's not who I expected. You ready to see? Hello, she said. Peanut Butter took a deep breath. Hello. I'm new here, and I'd like to play. Maybe now, maybe later, even all day. I'll make you chuckle deep down in your belly, and we'll go together like peanut butter and jelly. Now that makes sense, doesn't it? That match works. Sure, I'll be your friend, said Jelly, but could you teach me how to keep the ball on my head? I'm only good with my feet. Do you remember at the beginning of the story? He said he wasn't good at kicking the ball, but he was really good at balancing it on his head. She just said she can't balance it on her head, but she's really good at kicking the ball. They're going to be really good friends, aren't they? Because they can teach each other things. Oh man, this book did not end how Mrs. Arnold thought it was going to. So they taught each other what they knew and made each other chuckle deep down in their bellies. It wasn't long before their laughing made the other kids come over. They asked if they could play too. Of course, Peanut Butter and Jelly were happy to let them join. So let's pause there because that's a big indicator of something. So, when Peanut Butter was trying to find friends to play with, everyone else told him no, they were busy, right? Except for Egg, who he was afraid of breaking. But everyone else was too busy to play with Peanut Butter. Well, Peanut Butter then found a friend, Jelly, and they became friends and were laughing so much that everyone else wanted to come play with them because they looked like they were having fun. And Peanut Butter could have been upset with them because they all told him he was too busy, and he could have told them they couldn't play. But instead, he chose the empathetic thing to do, and which was to tell them they could play, even though earlier they had all turned him down. Sometimes when someone tells us they don't want to do something with us, we get hurt feelings, right? We get upset. And sometimes it makes us mad and makes us not want to play with them. But you should always give them a second try. You should always give them a second chance. Okay, just like Peanut Butter did. He gave all these other foods a second chance to come play with him, even though earlier they had all told him they were way too busy to play with him. That's the empathetic thing to do. And remember, we're all stars. And all stars are hardworking, empathetic, active learners, respectful, and trustworthy. So he's being very empathetic. As his new friends knocked the ball around with their feet and their heads, and in one case, his buns, Peanut Butter chuckled deep down in his belly because they all went together like peanut butter and hamburger and cupcake and egg and meatball and french fries and soup and jelly. The end. So there's one last lesson we could take from this book. Not just being nice to everyone, but there's one more thing. Your friends don't always have to like the exact same things as you, right? We've talked about this at the very beginning of the year. They don't have to like the exact same things as you. It's okay to be friends with someone who likes something completely different. Cupcake enjoyed building castles. And so she did that for a little bit, and then she came and played with Peanut Butter, right? And played ball. Jelly said that she was good at kicking with her feet, but not balancing it on her head. So they're not always, your friends are not always going to be good at the same things as you, which makes you good friends then, because you can teach each other about different things. Okay, well, that's our social studies lesson today, is just on how to be a good friend. And I hope you enjoyed this story about Peanut Butter and Cupcake. And I will see you all later. Bye.